The Triumphant King, what Jesus' arrival teaches us about life and business. For over 400 years, the people of Israel waited. They endured brutal oppression, heartache, and hopelessness under the thumb of foreign rulers. They clung desperately to promises from prophets like Isaiah and Zechariah, hoping for a mighty king to save them. And then one day, in the dusty streets of Jerusalem, a carpenter from Nazareth rode into town, not on a warhorse, not surrounded by armies, but on a donkey. The people shouted with everything they had, "Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord, peace in heaven and glory in the highest." Luke 19:38 NIV. At first glance, this looks like a triumph, a victory. A long-awaited kingfish is finally arriving. But if you zoom out to a 50,000-foot view and zoom in under a microscope, you see something much bigger. You see something that changes how you live your life, how you run your business, and how you lead your team, how you fight your battles. Jesus' entry into Jerusalem wasn't a parade for a political revolution. It was a faith-filled march toward crucifixion and an eternal victory that would turn the world upside down. The first hard truth. The triumph you hope for may not come the way you expect. In business and in life, we often pray for breakthroughs, success, and freedom. We picture a warhorse, immediate victory, overthrown obstacles, clients flooding in, and problems solved overnight. But often, true victory comes riding on a donkey. Humble, slow, unimpressive to the watching world. Jesus teaches us that greatness is not about flash, but faithfulness. It's not about the size of your launch party or the impressiveness of your office. It's about whether you're willing to ride into your calling humbly, knowing it might cost you everything, and still saying yes. The second hard truth. The crowd that cheers you today might jeer you tomorrow. One minute, Jesus' followers shouted, "Hosanna!" Next, many are screaming, "Crucify him!" In business, leadership, and life, applause is fickle. Approval is fleeting. If you build your confidence on people's praise, you will crumble when the shouting turns against you. You must anchor your confidence in your calling, not in the crowd. The critical insight. Jesus' obedience led to ultimate victory, but it traveled through unimaginable sacrifice. His triumph wasn't overthrowing Rome. It was overthrowing death, sin, and eternal separation from God. In your journey, victories worth celebrating will demand sacrifice. Growth will require pruning. Breakthrough will demand obedience even when it costs you comfort. You must be willing to walk through hardship, trusting that God sees what others can't. Reflection time. Where are you expecting a warhorse moment when God sends you a donkey season of quiet faithfulness? Are you living for the applause of others or the approval of heaven? What sacrifices are you avoiding that might lead to your most profound breakthroughs? Action steps. Redefine success. Take 30 minutes this week to redefine what winning means in your life and business. Make sure it aligns with eternal values, not just earthly applause. Commit to faithful obedience. Identify one area where God is calling you to faithful action, even if no one claps. Celebrate the small entries. Thank God for donkey moments, the slow, hidden victories that build eternal fruit. Friend, the King has come, and He's still teaching us how to live, how to lead, and how to triumph. Not by force, not by show, but by faithful, surrendered, sacrificial obedience. Blessed is the King who comes in the name of the Lord, and blessed are you when you follow Him on the humble road to true, lasting victory.